Devotees, Hare Krishna. This is Chinmayi Vrajapriya Devi Dasi, welcoming each one of you to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. May we know who all have joined today's call, please?
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada, this is Preeti Vilasini Devi Dasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Mataji, for your very warm welcoming, and thank you, Uma Mataji, for that beautiful recitation of the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your association. Thank you for all the services you do. And thank you for encouraging each one of us in Bhakti Sangha. Welcome to today's call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Mataji, and bad pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the services you do. Thank you for joining us every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Uma from Portland, Oregon. Thank you for encouraging me. Chanting Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna, Uma Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for reciting so beautifully and doing it so many times and always there, ready to take up the service. So thank you, Mataji, and welcome to today's call. Hare Krishna. We have a couple more minutes. Anybody would like to go ahead?
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji. This is Archana Bhakti Devi Dasi. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Archana Bhakti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for joining so early and encouraging us and being there for us. We are really looking forward to your class. As always, your classes are so exceptionally nice. We all look forward to it. And thank you for giving your time to us, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I'll be handing over the call to you in just a minute or two.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the wonderful services you do in Bhakti Sangha. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. This is Shivani from Ashwin, Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the wonderful services you do. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Mataji, it's 11 o'clock. Shall we start with Srila Prabhupada's quote, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. We are very fortunate to have Her Grace Archana Bhakti Mataji with us to start this week's Caitanya Bhagavata session for us. Mataji will be talking on Antya Khanda, 4th chapter from texts 189 to 230. So Mataji, I will read Srila Prabhupada's quote and then hand over the call to you. We are not enemies of machines. If they can be used for Krishna's service, then we welcome them. This was instructed by His Divine Grace in his letter to Kirtanananda, December 8, 1968. So thank you so much, Mataji, for being here. I hand over the call to you, Mataji. As I said, we are all eagerly waiting to hear from you. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please take over.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय। श्रील वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome you all to today's Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat session. Today we are going to read from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda, chapter 4. And we have to begin with text 189. So far in this chapter, we saw that Mahaprabhu had gone to Ramkeli and one second. Yes. He went to Ramkeli and there Srila the Nawab there in Ramkeli, because he was actually he noted that when Mahaprabhu came, so many people are coming to see him. So he called this Keshav Khan, and asked him about Mahaprabhu, and he got, he understood that, he's a Keshav Khan tried to cover up, saying that no, he's just a mendicant. But Mahaprabhu, I'm sorry, this Nawab Hussain Shah, he said, "What are you talking? This is not an ordinary person. This is a, he's actually the Supreme Lord, right? He's Allah, right? And whom they call, this is the Supreme Lord. So don't disturb him." So meanwhile, Keshav Khan thought we should alert Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to not stay close to Nawab. So he should not stay here. near, because this Nawab, anytime now he's praising Mahaprabhu, and tomorrow someone will say something else, and he can even arrest Mahaprabhu. So we cannot trust him. So he sent a messenger to inform Mahaprabhu. So we discussed all this in the past few days, how yeah, Mahaprabhu, first of all, that person was not even able to meet Mahaprabhu because Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy all the time. But finally, Mahaprabhu could, he understood that his devotees were also in anxiety for him. So therefore, Mahaprabhu um, came to external consciousness a little bit. And then he said, "Why are you so worried that this king will call me, right? If I didn't give him the intelligence, if I didn't give him the permission, he won't even desire to see me. So don't worry like that." And besides, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur tells us who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can he have any fear like this? So Mahaprabhu also reassures them. However, Mahaprabhu is actually on his way to Vrindavan. So, but he goes up to Ramkeli, and we see in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read the details that actually Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, who are Dabir Khas and Sakar Malik, they come to see Mahaprabhu here. And they warn Mahaprabhu not to stay here. Mm. So Mahaprabhu, he continues, but he returns. He doesn't go further. So he goes up to Kanai Natshala, and then he'll return back to Jagannath Puri. He won't go to Vrindavan. So that's what happened. So Mahaprabhu is now, he turned around. He started going south. He was going to go to Vrindavan, but he turned around south. And where did he come? He came to Bengal. He came to Sri Advaita Acharya's home. So there in Advaita Acharya's home, one wonderful pastime had happened just before Mahaprabhu arrived. What was that pastime? One sannyasi visited Advaita Acharya's home, and uh, he asked for alms. Advaita Acharya Prabhu was, he very respectfully he received this sannyasi and offered obeisances and so on. And then he offered to serve him prasadam. But the sannyasi said, "No, I have a question. I want a question. I want an answer to my question. That is the alms I am expecting from you." So Srila Advaita Acharya said, "I will answer all your questions. First, you take some prasadam, have your meal." So the sannyasi said, "No, no, no. First, I want an answer to my question. Until and unless you answer my question, I'm not going to eat anything here." So Advaita Acharya said, "All right, ask whatever questions you have, you ask." So then the sannyasi said, "What is the relationship of Keshav Bharti with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?" So Advaita Acharya, so what is the relationship of Keshav Bharti means? Keshav Bharti gave sannyas initiation to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Gauranga. So this Srila Advaita Acharya started thinking in his mind, um, this question can be answered in two ways. From the material perspective and from spiritual perspective. From material perspective, Keshav Bharti is the sannyas guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But from spiritual perspective, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Keshav Bharti is a living entity, right? So their relationship would be that of the Supreme Lord and his servants. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasabhabhritya, isn't it? Everyone is a servant, only Sri Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, same, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Advaita Acharya thought, first I will answer this question from the material point of view. So he said, why are you asking me this question? Don't you know? You know that uh, Keshav Bharati is the sannyas guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As soon as Advaita Acharya uttered this, as soon as he said this, his youngest son, Achyutananda, who was 5 years old, arrived there. He just showed up in front of Sri Advaita Acharya. And, he was a small boy, and he didn't even, he was not wearing any clothes. He was probably playing outside. His body was fully covered with dust. And he comes and he says, Father, what did you say? What did you say? Huh? That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a spiritual master. He became very angry. uh, and he said, can you repeat what you said again? Do you think that Mahaprabhu has a spiritual master? How do you dare to say such a thing? I don't understand. And he says that hearing such words from your mouth only means that Kali Yuga has arrived. Advaita Acharya, who is the leader amongst all the Vaishnavas, he is seen as the leader of all the Vaishnavas in Navadvip. And Srila Advaita Acharya is saying that Mahaprabhu has a spiritual master. So, hearing this from your mouth, I understand that now Kali Yuga has arrived. That means in Kali Yuga things happen in the reverse way. So, uh, he's saying that Kali Yuga has arrived, or it is that you are also influenced by Mahaprabhu's illusory energy. The way sometimes Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are affected by his illusory energy, like that you are also affected. Who can overcome the Lord's illusory energy? So, like this, hearing these words from Achyutananda, I mean, he went on to say that, who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is that Lord from whose every skin pore, so many universes are coming. He is that Lord who is enjoying pastimes, laying down in the ocean of, like Karana ocean, Karanodakashai Vishnu. And you are saying that he has a spiritual master. So, like this, when he said, then Advaita Acharya, he felt ashamed. He felt embarrassed about what he said. And he said, sorry. Achitananda said, you are my father and my guru. How can you speak something which is not true? So when you are a leader, you have that responsibility to set the right example. Yad yad acharati sreshtas tat tad evetaro janaha. So for a child, his father is a natural leader. He is a father and also a guru. So you should act properly. You should speak. You cannot speak anything which is not true to your disciple, to your follower. How can you say such a thing? Can you imagine this? A small boy, 5-year-old boy saying this. And after saying this, and he was very angry, then he just became silent, kind of disappointed at what his father said, and he just became silent. Meanwhile, Advaita Acharya was filled with ecstasy, seeing the devotion, the conviction of his son. And he's saying, my dear son, my dear son. And he embraced Achyutananda. And he literally soaked Achyutananda's body with tears of ecstasy, tears of love from his eyes. He just bathed Achyutananda with his tears. And he said, you are my father and I am your son. I am not your father because I didn't set the right example as a father, right? But you are setting the right example. You are my father and I am your son. You have appeared as my son to teach me. So you are my father. And then he also said, I committed an offense. Please forgive me, my dear son. I will never ever say this again, that Mahaprabhu has a spiritual master. Please forgive me. And Achyutananda, can you imagine how he is feeling? When his father is begging forgiveness from him, and also that he yelled at his father, he became angry at his father, and the father is begging forgiveness from him, he became so embarrassed. And the father is glorifying him. So he just put his head down in embarrassment. Meanwhile, this whole thing is happening in front of this sannyasi's eyes, and he was completely, what do you say, uh, awestruck, by seeing the devotion of both father and son. Look at the conviction of the son and look at the humility of the father. He immediately accepted and he's begging forgiveness from his 5-year-old son in all humility. So he said, wow, this is the qualified son of Advaita Acharya. Like father, like son. The way the father is, that's how the son is. We all know what kind of a person the father is. He is the greatest devotee, and his son is also just like his father. So, and he said that their conversation is truly amazing. The father and son's conversation is so amazing. And then he said, this boy, he must be empowered by the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, how can a small child speak, you know, such conclusions, philosophical conclusions with such conviction? He is empowered by the Supreme Lord. Then, I must have come because I visited Advaita Acharya's house, but I must have come at an auspicious moment. That's why I was able to witness this wonderful incident, this exchange between father and son. He's he is thinking himself to be so fortunate uh, for having seen this exchange and the wonderful devotion of Srila Advaita Acharya and his son. Then he offered obeisances to Advaita Acharya, also to Achyutananda. And he went away from there, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Now, Advaita Acharya, after this incident, uh, uh, sorry, after this incident, because Advaita Acharya had other sons also. Not, not all his sons became devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The way Achyutananda is devoted with such conviction. His other sons, all his other sons were not like this. Half of them, I think Advaita Acharya had 6 sons. So 3 sons became devotees and 3 sons were not devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We find this in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This detail is given. So after this incident, Achyutananda became famous as a qualified son of Advaita Acharya. He's a qualified son of Advaita Acharya. He is completely surrendered to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the point is, 3 of his sons were worshippers of his father, but they would not accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes we see Advaita Acharya actually is Lord Sadashiva and Lord Mahavishnu. So some people think Lord Shiva is the Supreme, and they don't accept Lord Vishnu as the Supreme. Like that, Advaita Acharya's, some of his sons, they had great respect for Advaita Acharya, but they didn't have respect for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, therefore, it is said that if one worships Advaita but neglects Gaurchandra, he is doomed. It does not matter even if he is directly the son of Advaita Acharya. If he is neglecting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he is doomed. Because Advaita Acharya says he rejects such, even somebody who calls himself a devotee of Advaita Acharya, but if he is not serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Advaita Acharya says, I reject that person. But here we see Advaita Acharya's son Achyutananda was such a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and seeing his glories, he was so pleased by Achyutananda that he just, Sri Advaita Acharya stopped all his other activities and he was simply embracing his son and crying in ecstasy. The sannyasi left already. Before the sannyasi left, of course, immediately Advaita Acharya wept and he begged forgiveness and all that happened. Then the sannyasi left. But after that also, Advaita Acharya couldn't do anything else. He was so proud of Achyutananda. He was simply weeping and embracing his son, seeing the glory of Achyutananda. No, and what? Achyutananda's body was covered with dust because he was a small boy playing in dust. The dust from the body, he smeared, Advaita Acharya smeared, taking the dust from the body of Achyutananda, he started smearing on his body, right? A Vaishnava's dust, you apply on his head, on your head, to get the love that Vaishnava has for the Supreme Lord. So, Sri Advaita Acharya was smearing the dust from the body of Achyutananda on his own body in great ecstasy. Not only that, he started clapping his hands and dancing and loudly exclaiming, Lord Chaitanya's associate has taken birth in my house. Lord Chaitanya's associate has taken birth in my house. He's clapping and dancing. Now, Advaita Acharya is such a devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world because of Advaita Acharya's devotion. He called for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the Supreme Lord and Mahaprabhu appeared. He took a vow, right, that if I don't cause the Supreme Lord to come, then, uh, he said, I will personally kill all these people with my Sudarshan Chakra. He's also Mahavishnu. So, Advaita Acharya's devotion is known, that his bhakti is unrivaled within the 3 worlds. But he is glorifying the devotion of his son, and he was so pleased, he was dancing in ecstasy, taking his son in his arms and he's dancing. So this was the condition. This was the scene when Mahaprabhu enters the house of Advaita Acharya. So Mahaprabhu is now returning from Ramkeli, and he came to Shantipur, and he arrived at Advaita Acharya's house. When he arrived in Advaita Acharya's house, what was the situation there? Advaita Acharya is clapping and dancing, taking his son in his arms and saying that the Supreme Lord's associate has taken birth in my house. So Mahaprabhu arrived along with his associates. So that's where we begin today's session. Saparshade Sri Gaura Sundara Sei Kshane, that very kshana, that very second, along with his parshadas, his associates, Sri Gaur Sundar, Asi Avir Bhava Hoila Advaita Bhavane. He came, he arrived there, and he appeared. That means he gave his darshan in the house of Advaita Acharya. प्राणनाथ इष्ट देवे अद्वैत देखिया पड़िलेन पृथ्वीते दंडवत होइया. Prananath, he was the Lord of his life. Who? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prananath of Advaita Acharya. Prananath, Ishtadev. Ishtadev means your worshipable deity. Ishtadev. Advaita Dekhya. So Advaita Acharya's Ishtadev is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord of his life is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He had taken sannyas and he had left Navadvip to go and reside in Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu now shows up all of a sudden at his house. Seeing Mahaprabhu, who is the Lord of his life, who is his worshipable deity, immediately Advaita Acharya fell down on the ground in Dandavat obeisances. Padilena Prithivite Dandavat hoya. Hari Boli Sri Advaita Korena Hunkar. And then after offering obeisances, Hari Hunkar. Hunkar means, loudly, Hari, Hari Bol, like that. Hari Boli Sri Advaita Korena Hunkara. Premanande Deha Pasarila Apanara. Premanande with great love, in the bliss of love of Godhead. Deha pasarila apanar. He forgot his own body in that ecstasy of seeing the Lord of his life, offering Dandavat obeisances, forgetting his own body, he loudly called out, Hari, Hari, like that, in happiness, in great joy. Jaya Jaya Karadhvani Kore Nari Gane. उठिला परमानंद अद्वैत भवने. जय जयकार ध्वनि करे नारी गणे. So the ladies in the house of Advaita Acharya, they all started. Normally in Bengal they do uludhvani, ulululu, like that, uludhvani. Here they were doing jayakar, jay jayakar, jay jay jay, hari bol, like that. Jay jayakar dhvani kore nari gane. The ladies in the house started making this sound of Jai, Jai, Jaikar. Utila, Paramananda, Advaita. And this whole, all these sounds and Mahaprabhu's arrival. And so this just, what do you say? Paramananda, supreme bliss arose in the house of Advaita Acharya because of these auspicious sounds on the arrival of Mahaprabhu. And of course, Advaita Acharya's ecstasy. Prabhu o korila Advaitere nija kole sinchilena angatara premananda jale. So, now what did Mahaprabhu do? Seeing Advaita Acharya offering obeisances and chanting Hari, Hari, forgetting himself. How did Mahaprabhu reciprocate? The Lord reciprocated by picking up Advaita Acharya and embracing him. And Mahaprabhu soaked Advaita Acharya's body with tears of ecstatic love flowing from his eyes. Mahaprabhu bathed Advaitacharya with tears of love. Pada Padma Vakshe Kori Acharya Gosai Rodana Korena Ati Bahya Kichunai. Pada Padma Vakshe Kori. That means and Advaita Acharya, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Advaita Acharya and soaked him in his tears of love, Advaita Acharya got down, picked up the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, holding them to his chest. He picked up the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and held them to his heart, to his chest. And Rodana Korena, he started weeping. Ati Bahya Kichunai. He lost all external consciousness. Who is around him, what is going on, and he lost completely all external consciousness. He was completely absorbed in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking those two lotus feet, holding them to his heart, to his chest. He just lost all external consciousness and he was just weeping and weeping and weeping profusely in love. Chaitanya Leela, the devotees in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, this is so sweet, extremely sweet. So, Advaita Acharya is weeping profusely. Chaturdike Bhakta Gana Korena Krandana. Now, Advaita Acharya is weeping. What do you think is happening to all the other devotees around? Seeing this, everyone started weeping. Just seeing how much love Advaita Acharya has and how much love Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has, just observing this exchange, all the devotees around, they started weeping. Chaturdike Bhakta Gana Korena Krandana ki Adbhuta Prema Sneha na Jaya Varnan. Adbhut, Adbhut, it's wonderful. Prema Sneha. So, it cannot be described. We don't have such experience, do we, in this in this world? Like, do you love anyone so much that when you see that person, you just weep and cry and cry and tears are flowing from your eyes? We don't have this experience because we don't have, this type of love is only possible in with the Supreme Lord and his associates, loving devotees, pure devotees, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his eternal associates. We see this type of love. So this is out of this world. That's why it is Adbhuta, Adbhuta Prem. This type of love cannot be found in this material world. Sneha. Sneha, actually, Prema has various stages. When we talk about pure devotional service, there is sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti, we say. So the goal is to get prema bhakti. But actually, prema bhakti has also stages. There is sneha, there is pranaya, mana, raga, anuraga, bhava, mahabhava, like that. 7 stages are there after prema. And while in this body cannot contain the higher stages of prema. As one progresses higher and higher, at one stage, it's like, the capacity, this body, like you have, let's say, 8-ounce capacity cup. And if you want to pour 1 gallon in that, it doesn't have that much capacity to hold. So similarly, this body, its capacity, it cannot contain that prema, that higher and higher stages of prema. So therefore, at a certain stage, the devotee gives up this body and enters into Nitya Leela Pravishta. So they enter into the spiritual world in Parshada Deha when they go to higher stages of prema. So Sneha is a higher stage of prema. So in prema, there are higher stages. So Sneha is the next stage. So initial few stages can be experienced while still in this world, but beyond that, no. That's why they give up this world and enter into spiritual world in their Parshada Deha. So the love that was being exchanged between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Advaita Acharya is beyond description. Na jaye varnana, right? Cannot be described. It was Adbhuta Prema, Sneha. So seeing this, all the devotees standing around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya, they started weeping. Chaturdike Bhaktagana Korena Krandana ki Adbhuta Prema Sneha na jaye varnana. स्थिर होई क्षणे के अद्वैत महाशय बसिते आसन दिला कोरिया विनय. Then Sri Advaita Acharya became pacified after some time. He calmed himself down. He became pacified. क्षणे के मतलब बहुत जल्दी, very soon he pacified himself, and then he gave asan to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he made a request, right? Bosite asana dila Korea vinay. In great humility, he offered a seat to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Bosilena Mahaprabhu uttama asane chaturdike shobha kore parishada gane. When Mahaprabhu sat on this uttama asan, that means the best, right? Srila Advaita Acharya offered the best asan, sitting place, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Mahaprabhu sat on that asan, Chaturdike Shobha Kore Parishadagane, he looked so glorious, surrounded by all the Parishad Gan, means all his associates, being surrounded by all his associates and being seated on that glorious asan. Mahaprabhu looked so wonderful. Then Nityanande Advaite Hoila Kola Kuli Duha Dekhi Antarete Dohe Kutuhali. So Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they have their wonderful rasa. So Nityanande Advaite Hoila Kola Kuli. Kola Kuli, what does that mean? Nityanande Advaite Hoila Kola Kuli Duha Dekhi Antarete Dohe Kutuhali. So Kutuhal is actually like curiosity. But both Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they saw each other. Nityananda Prabhu came with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Step back.
So Nityananda and Advaita Acharya, so they greeted each other. Okay. So they embraced each other and they became very happy to see each other. They were jubilant. Acharya re namaskari na bhakta gana. Acharya sabare koila prema alingana. So, and also all the devotees who arrived with Mahaprabhu. So Sri Advaita Acharya offered obeisances to all the devotees, and he also embraced all of them with great love. Acharya sabare koila prema alingan. He embraced them all affectionately. Je ananda upajila advaitera ghare veda vyasa vinataha varnite ke pare. The happiness, what happiness? The bliss that arose in Advaita Acharya's house on that day or at that time. during the time when Mahaprabhu came, the bliss that appeared in Advaita Acharya's home cannot be described by anyone. Who can describe that bliss other than Sri Vedavyas himself? Except for Vedavyas, nobody can anyone describe the bliss that arose in Advaita Acharya's house at that time? Like this, there's a question mark. Can anyone describe? That means no, nobody can describe. Only Srila Vyasdev can describe. Describe, or they won't be able to justify completely, right? Describe completely the ananda, the bliss that took birth in Advaita Acharya's house at that time. क्षणे के अच्युतानंद अद्वैत कुमार प्रभुर चरणे आसी होइला namaskar. And Kshanike, soon after that, Achyutananda, so you remember when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, what was happening? Advaita Acharya was dancing with Achyutananda in his arms. But when Mahaprabhu came, immediately putting Achyutananda down, Advaita Acharya offered obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu embraced him and all that. Then Advaita Acharya is greeting all the devotees. So now Achyutananda comes. Advaita Acharya's son Achyutananda, he came and he offered obeisances at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kshane ke Achyutananda Advaita Kumar, Achyutananda, the son of Advaita Acharya, Prabhura Charane Asi, Hoila Namaskar. He came closer to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and offered obeisances. Achyutere Kole Kori, Sri Gaura Sundar, Prema Jale, Dhuilena Tara Kalevar. So, what did Mahaprabhu do? When Achyutananda came to offer obeisances, Mahaprabhu picked him up and embraced him. And he just bathed his body, Dhuilena. He literally bathed the body of Achyutananda with premajal, with tears of love. With tears of love from his eyes. He just bathed Achyutananda's body. Achyutere Prabhu na chhade na vaksha hoite. Achyuta pravishta hoila Prabhura dehete. And Mahaprabhu embraced him and he didn't want to let go of Achyutananda from his embrace. He was holding him tight to his chest. Mahaprabhu is holding Achyutananda to his chest. And he was not letting go of Achyutananda. And he was weeping. Weeping means tears of love. And he was just bathing Achyutananda with those tears of love. Achyutere Prabhuna chadena vaksha hoite. Achyuta pravishta hoila Prabhura dehete. Then it appeared as if Achyutananda entered into the body of Mahaprabhu because he was just holding and not letting go of Achyutananda. For those who were looking at this scene, it appeared that Achyutananda has entered into the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He merged into the body. Pravishta. He entered into the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It appeared like that. Achyutere kripa dekhi sarva bhaktagan. Preme sabha lagi lena korite krandan. How much mercy Mahaprabhu is showing on Achyutananda. Achyutere kripa dekhi sarva bhaktagan preme sabe lagi lena korite krandan. See, this is the amazing thing, Devotees, they feel more happy when other devotees are getting mercy from the Supreme Lord. We read in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita about Srimati Radharani's mood and the gopis also. They get more pleasure. The topmost devotee is Srimati Radharani. She gets more pleasure when Krishna is enjoying with the other gopis. She sends them to Krishna. So this is the spiritual love. So when one devotee sees another devotee receiving the mercy of Krishna, this devotee becomes more happy than if he or she got that mercy directly. Do we have that experience? So, um, so here all these devotees, when they saw how much mercy Mahaprabhu is showing Achyutananda, they became so overwhelmed seeing the love of Mahaprabhu, and they started weeping, feeling so happy for Achyutananda, how much love he received from Mahaprabhu. And they started weeping. On seeing the Lord's mercy on Achyuta, all the devotees began to cry with love. Achyutere kripa dekhi sarva bhaktagan preme sabe lagilena korite krandan. Out of love, why are they weeping? Not that, oh, why he is getting and I'm not getting mercy. Not like that. That's not why they were weeping. They were weeping out of love. They were feeling so much love for the Lord and for Achyutananda. Wow. Such a, such a great devotee, or how much love the Lord has for this devotee. And seeing that their love is increasing. Preme sabe lagilena korite krandan. And they started weeping. Jata chaitanyera priya parishada gana. Achyutera priya nahe hena nahi jan. As many associates as there are of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Priya Parishad, like dear associates of Mahaprabhu, in the whole assembly of the dear associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Achyutera Priya Nahe Hena Nahi Jan. Nobody was as dear as Achyutananda. As many associates, dear associates of Mahaprabhu as there are, nobody was as dear. They're all dear devotees to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but nobody was as dear as Achyutananda. Or actually, not that Mahaprabhu to Mahaprabhu. It is said that in all the associates of Mahaprabhu, there was not one person to whom Achyutananda was not dear. Achyutananda is dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is seen already. Mahaprabhu is bathing Achyutananda with his tears, that is there. But all these other devotees are seeing this and weeping because Achyutananda is so dear to them. Seeing that Achyutananda is receiving the mercy of Mahaprabhu is making them feel even happier. It's like, some what do you say, reflection of experience we have in this world. If your son or if your child received mercy from your spiritual master, wouldn't you feel happy? Why? Because your son is dear to you. Like that. Something like that. So these devotees, they had so much love for Achyutananda. We hear in Nectar of Devotion, Bhaktirasamrita Sindhu, characteristics of pure devotional service. What are the characteristics of pure devotional service? There are two characteristics that are manifest in sadhana bhakti. Two more, in addition to these two more are manifested in bhava bhakti. In addition to these four, two more are manifested in prema bhakti. That means in prema bhakti there are 6 qualities. In bhava bhakti, 4. In sadhana bhakti, 2. What are the 2 qualities in sadhana bhakti? Klesh Agni and Shubhada. So, Klesh Agni means all your kleshas are removed. Anartha, kleshas or, anarthas. And avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. these are the kleshas that are removed. But Shubhada means, all auspiciousness. Shuddha Bhakti bestows all auspiciousness on the devotee. What is that auspiciousness? You will get, there are 4 qualities in this Shubhada. One quality is, you will get all the qualities, good qualities of demigods. They become manifest in a pure devotee. He is not endeavoring for them separately. He is simply performing pure devotional service. By dint of his bhakti, all the good qualities of the demigods, they become manifest in his person. That's one. Shubhada means there are 4 under Shubhada. One. The other one is, he loves everyone. Nobody is his enemy. To a pure devotee loves everybody, because he is seeing everyone as the energy of the Supreme Lord, as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Because he loves the Supreme Lord, he loves everyone. And the third quality is, he becomes dear to everyone. He loves everyone and everyone loves him. Nobody hates him. Dhira dhira jana priyo priyakaro. Dhira and adhira. He becomes dear to dhira and adhira. Everyone. All types of people love him. So that's the quality I was trying to tell you. He becomes dear to everyone. And of course, the fourth one in Shubhada is, he's blissful. Once Srila Prabhupada said, one devotee had said, Srila Prabhupada, I'm chanting, but still I'm not feeling happy. So Srila Prabhupada kind of smiled or laughed a little bit and said, that's not possible. If you are actually performing devotional service, you cannot be unhappy. You will be happy. And if you are not feeling happy, means you are not doing devotional service properly. So these are the 4 what do you say, subheadings or qualities within Shubhada. So he's dear to everyone. That's what I was trying to tell you here. So everybody loved Achyutananda so much. So there was nobody in the associates, the dear associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's not one person to whom Achyutananda was not dear. They all loved him so dearly. Nityananda Swarupera Pranera Saman Gadadhara Panditera Shishera Pradhan. Nityananda Swarupera Pranera Saman. Nityananda Prabhu, so just to give you an idea, he is very dear to everyone. How dear was he to Sri Nityananda Prabhu? To Nityananda Prabhu, Achyutananda was like his own life. Pranera Saman. He was like his life. Nityananda Prabhu considered Achyutananda to be his very life. Gadadhara Panditera Shishera Pradhan. And to Gadadhar Pandit, Achyutananda was his principal disciple, foremost disciple. To Nityananda Prabhu, he was his very life. To Gadadhar Pandit, he was the foremost disciple, Achyutananda. इहारे से बोली योग्य अद्वैत नंदन जैन पिता तेन पुत्र उचित मिलन. इहारे से बोली योग्य अद्वैत नंदन. That is why Achyutananda is called the qualified son of Advaita. Why? Because of all these qualities. He is so dear to all Vaishnavas. There's not one Vaishnava to whom he is not very, very dear. Nityananda Prabhu considers him to be his very life. He is the principal disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not let go of him. After holding him, embracing, he won't even let go of him. That's why Achyuta is the qualified son of Srila Advaita Acharya. Ihare, therefore, से बोली योग्य अद्वैत नंदन. He is the योग्य qualified son of Advaita Acharya. Jena pita tena putra. Like father, like son. The way the father is, that's how the son is. Great devotees. Uchita Milan, right? This is completely, Uchit means justified, right? This is good. It's befitting that Achyutananda is the son of Advaita Acharya. It is perfectly befitting because the way Advaita Acharya is a great devotee, his son is also like him. Like father, like son. ए मतश्री अद्वैत गोष्ठीर सहिते आनंदे डुबिला प्रभु पाइया साक्षाते. ए mata in this way Sri Advaita Goshtira Sahite, in the association of Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya's Goshti means his assembly or his family. Sahite Anande Dubila Prabhu Paya Sakshate. So mm, receiving Mahaprabhu in their house, right? Sakshat means directly getting the association of Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya's family became drowned in Ananda. Anande Dubila. Having received Mahaprabhu's direct darshan in their house, Advaita Acharya's family is now drowned in Ananda, in bliss. Sri Chaitanya koto dina Advaita ichhaya rahila Advaita ghare kirtana leelaya. So Mahaprabhu stayed in Advaita Acharya's house for some days on Advaita Acharya's desire. Advaita ichhaya. Because it was Advaita Acharya's desire, so Mahaprabhu stayed there for some days in the house of Advaita Acharya. And then what would he do? He would perform the Leela of Kirtan every day in Advaita Acharya's home. And the details of this we will see in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, how every day so many devotees would come. Kirtan means practically, I mean, one Leela was Advaita Acharya would be cooking every day. And of course, next we will see Sachimata will also come. But and then after Mahaprabhu would take prasad, all day people from different places are coming to take darshan of Mahaprabhu. So practically one after another they're coming to take darshan, and then there would be kirtan and then darshan and kirtan like this. So to fulfill Advaita Acharya's desire, Mahaprabhu stayed for a few days in his house. प्राणनाथ गृह पाई आचार्य गोसाई ना जाने आनंदे आछे न कौन ठाई. प्राणनाथ गृह पाई ना जाने आनंदे आछे न कौन ठाई. Having received Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the very Lord of his life, Advaita Acharya was in such ecstasy. Anande Ache, how much ecstasy? He was in so much ecstasy that he didn't know, who he was, where he was. That means he completely lost all external consciousness. Right? He forgot himself in the bliss of receiving, of his, being in the association of the Lord of his life. When he came to his house, when his Prananath was in his house, he forgot himself completely in that bliss. Advaita Acharya. Prananath grihe pai Acharya Gosai na jane anande achena kon thai. Kichu sthira hoya Advaita Mahamati ai sthane loka pathaila shigra gati. So when he became a little pacified, because he was in such ecstasy, he forgot himself, he didn't know. But when he became a little pacified, Kichu sthira hoya Advaita Mahamati. Mahamati means, it is said here, it's translated as the most magnanimous, Mahamati. Advaita Mahamati. Ai sthane. Who is Ai? Ai means mother. Sachimata. Ai sthane lok pathaila. He sent a person to Sachimata, to the house of Sachimata, Shigragati. To quickly, he quickly sent some people to Sachimata's house. For what? To bring Sachimata here. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here, so now she'll be able to see her son. So, Kichu Stira Hoya Advaita Mahamati, Ai Sthane Loka Pathaila Shigragati. He sent them quickly. डोला लोई नवद्वीपे आइला सत्वरे डोला palanquin लाई नवद्वीपे आइला सत्वरे आइरे वृत्तांत कोहे चोली बारतारे. So taking a palanquin, the people that were sent by Advaita Acharya, they came to Navadvip, and they delivered this message to Sachimata. What is the message? Aire Vritanta Kohe Cholibara Tare. Please come. You come, right? So they delivered the message that she should go to Advaita Acharya's house. Dola Loi Navadvipe Aila Satvare Aire Vritanta Kohe Cholibara Tare. Prema Rasa Samud. Now, what is Sachimata's condition? They came to see. Mahaprabhu took sannyas and left home. She didn't have anyone. Sachimata, she had her husband before, Jagannath Mishra. And she had an older son, Vishwarup. And she had Nimai. First, her elder son, Vishwarup, left home to take sannyas. And that was a big shock. In that shock, her husband left. He went back to Godhead. And now she was a widow. Her only source, her only, the only thing that kept her alive was Nimai, her son, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Gauranga. And now he also took sannyas and left home. So ever since Mahaprabhu left home, after taking sannyas, what is the condition of Sachimata? We will see here in the next few verses. Prema rasa samudre dubiya ache ai, mother, she is drowning in the ocean of prema rasa, love of Godhead. In that prema rasa, she's constantly drowning in the ocean of prema rasa. Ki bole na, ki shune na, bahya kichu nai. Right? She didn't know what she said or what she heard. She had no external consciousness. She would be completely absorbed in pastimes with the Supreme Lord. So she was not conscious of the external world, who is there and who is saying what to her, nothing. She's in her own world. What is her world? She's drowned in prema rasa, in the ocean of prema rasa. Sammukhe jahare ai dekhe na tahare, jignasena mathurara katha kaho more. So now she is in the mood of Yashoda Mai. So if anybody came in front of her, Sammukhe jahara ai dekhena. If she saw anyone in front of her, she would inquire from that person. Mathurara katha kaho more. Tell me news about Mathura. Anybody would go to Sachimata's house because she is not in external consciousness. She is now in the mood of Mother Yashoda. So Krishna Balram left to go to Mathura, right? So in separation, So she's saying, anybody would go to her, she would say, tell me something about Mathura. Give me some news about Mathura. Mathurara katha koho more. Please tell me. Give me some news of Mathura. Rama Krishna ke mata ache na Mathurae. How is Rama and Krishna, Balaram and Krishna, how are they doing in Mathura? Papi Kamsa ke mata va kore vyavasaya. And that sinful Kamsa, what is he doing now? Right? How are Krishna and Balaram doing, and what is that Kamsa doing? That sinful Kamsa, what is he doing now? Like this she would inquire anyone who would come to her house, or anyone that she would see, whether they came to her house or, she passes by. Chora akrurera kotha koho janas ke Rama Krishna mora churi kori nila se. And then she said, also tell me about that thief Akrur. He stole my son, my children, Balaram and Krishna, from me. He stole them away from me. What do you know about that thief Akrura? Tell me. Like this she would ask. Shunilaya papi kamsa mori gela hena. Shunilam, I heard, papi kamsa mori gela hena. He's dead. I heard that Kamsa, that sinful Kamsa is dead. Mathurara Raja ki hoila Ugrasen. So now the king, Ugrasen became the king of Mathura again. Because you see, Ugrasen was originally the king. This Kamsa had arrested his father, put him in jail, and he himself sat on the throne. So Sachimata is asking, in the mood of Yashoda Mai, she's asking, I heard that Papi Kamsa is dead. So now did Ugrasen become the king again of Mathura? Mathurara Raja ki hoilo Ugrasen. Rama Krishna bolia kokhon dake ai. Jhat gabhi doha dugdha vechibare yai jai. So what else would Sachimata do? She would call out, Balaram, Krishna, Rama, Krishna, like this. Rama Krishna bolia kokhon dake ai. So she'll be calling out like this. She would go out and she will just call out, Oh Krishna, oh Rama, like this. Jhat gabhi doha dugdha vechi bare jai. What would she say after calling Krishna, Balaram? She would say, Jhat, come quickly, jaldi aao. You have to milk the cows. Gabhi doha. Come quickly and milk the cows. Vechi bare jai. I'll go to sell the milk. You come and quickly milk the cows so I can go and sell that milk. Like this. Rama, Krishna, come and quickly milk the cows. I'll go and sell the milk. Hate badi, Korea, kokhona ai dhai, dhara dhara sabe ei, nani chora jai. Hate badi, Korea, kokhona ai dhai. Sometimes hate in her hand, badi, taking a cane, a stick. Korea, kokhona ai dhai. She would come running with a stick in her hand. Dhara dhar. You know, I go to Goshala every morning. So in Mayapur now, and I see there's a language how the cowherds speak to the cows. They have certain words that they use. So before the cowherd comes, they're all, free in the cow shed, the Goshala, in their little pen. They're all freely moving around. But when the cowherd comes in the morning to give them their grain, he comes with a stick. Yes, he comes with a stick. And as soon as he comes, he say, dhar, dhar, dhar. And when he says dhar, 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 they start lining up. They know each one what is their position, and they just go and line up in their particular spots. Then he will come and he'll tie up their, the rope around their neck, and then he'll give them food, and then they would eat. So reading this dhar dhar, I remembered that. So what is I'm sorry, Sachimata doing? Sometimes hate badi korea, taking the stick, kokhona ai dhai, dhai. Right? She would come and dhar dhar sabe, ei nani chora jai. So she would say dhar dhar. Dhar dhar means pakado, pakado, catch him, catch him. The chor means the thief. He's going, there goes the thief. Catch him, like this. So she would be running with the stick in her hand. She would be running in, like, like going out from the house, she's running with the stick in her hand. Sachimata. And then she's saying, dharo, dharo, pakado, pakado, right? Catch him, there goes the thief, the butter thief. After stealing butter, he's running away. Kotha palaiba aji edimu bandhiya. Where will you run today? Kotha palaiba aji, today edimu bandhiya. I'm going to tie you up today. I'll bind you today. Eta boli dhai ai avishta hoiya. Saying this, she would come running, absorbed in ecstasy. So, I mean, yeah. কখনো কাহারে কহে সম্মুখে দেখিয়া চলো যাই যমুনায় স্নান করি গিয়া. Where is Sachimata? She's in Navadvip. But she would see some ladies and she would say, chalo jai, let's go. Jamunaye snan kori giya. Let's go and to take bath in the Yamuna. She would tell the ladies, let's go to take bath in the Yamuna. কখনো কাহারে কহে সম্মুখে দেখে, if she would see anyone nearby just passing by or anyone close, she would say, chalo, let's go to Yamuna, take bath today. কখনো যে উচ্চ করি করে না ক্রন্দনা, and sometimes loudly she would cry, she would be weeping loudly, crying out. কখনো যে উচ্চ করি করে না ক্রন্দনা হৃদয় দ্রবয়ে তাহা করিতে শ্রবণ. Anyone who heard that cry of Sachimata, his heart would melt. That's how piteous her crying would be. Avichinna dhara dui nayanete jhare. Avichinna, no break, continuous dhara, right? Dhara means flow, continuous, avichinna, without any break. And this is also, I'll tell a quick point here. I know we are over time. We have to end at verse 30, but one point I'll say. In Ashtanga Yoga, there are stages. Niyama, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dhyana, Dharana, and Samadhi. So there is a difference between Dharana comes first and then Dhyana and then Samadhi. The difference between Dhyana and Dharana is, in Dharana, you get a full picture of the Lord. Your meditation is on the complete form of the Lord. But when you do dhyana, you are doing meditation, limb by limb meditation on the Lord, just on the lotus feet, right? And when you get, that means, dhyan means at any moment, as soon as you close your eyes, immediately you're able to picture, you're able to see, you're able to get darshan of that limb. That's the practice in that Ashtanga method, Ashtanga Yoga method, meditation. So there it is said, the difference between dharana and dhyana is, in dharana, your meditation is like a water, flow. When you see water flow, how does it look? Breaks, you see breaks, yes? When you pour water, it's not smooth. It's like rough. But when you pour oil, tailadhara, it is smooth, unbroken line, tailadhara, dhara. That is dhyana. So in dhyana, it is continuous. Whereas before that, before you get that continuous meditation, there's some breaks. Continuous meditation is not there. You meditate and it breaks, and again you meditate. So that dhara. So here, Sachimata's tears are avichinna dhara, continuous flow. There's no break anywhere. It's continuously flowing. She's crying in separation. So, avichinna dhara dui nayanete jhare, from both her eyes, continuous streams of tears flow. Se kaku shunya kashta pashana vidare. What to speak of anyone's heart? Even kashta, wood, pashana, stone, would melt. Hearing the sound of her pathetic crying, even stone and wood would melt. That's how she would cry. Kokono va dhyane Krishna sakshat je kori, atta atta hase ai apana pasari. And sometimes she would get darshan of Krishna in her dhyan, in her meditation. And when she would get darshan of Krishna in her meditation, she would laugh loudly. Atta atta hase means loudly, ha ha ha, like that. Atta atta hase ai apana pasari. She would completely forget herself and she would be just laughing and laughing and laughing. How long would she laugh? Hena se adbhuta hasya ananda parama. She would be in such ecstasy, parama ananda. And her laughter is adbhuta, wonderful, out of this world. Dui prahare o kabhu nahe upashama. Even after do prahar, like continuously she'll be laughing for 6 hours without stopping. For 6 continuous hours, she's laughing and laughing and laughing. And how? Atta atta hase, loudly she's laughing. And she's experiencing parama ananda. That's why she's laughing. When she gets darshan in her dhyan of Krishna. Kokonova ai hoy anande murchita. And sometimes in that ecstasy, she would just faint. Prahare o dhatu nahi thake kadachita. For how long she would lose consciousness like this? For up to 3 hours. One prahara. And when she would lose consciousness in ecstasy, nahi thake kada, dhatu nahi thake kadachit. There is no sign of life in her. When she becomes unconscious, you won't be able to see any signs of life in her. And she would stay like that for 3 hours. Kakono vaheno kampa upaje asiya. And sometimes there would be trembling in her body, kampan. Kakono vahena kampa upaje asiya, prithivite kehojena tole acha diya. Sometimes she would tremble in such a way that it appeared as if someone had picked her up and thrown her to the ground. She would be trembling so much. So, seeing that, it would seem that maybe someone just dashed her down and that's why she's trembling like that. Kakono va heno kampa upaje asiya, prithivite keho jena tole achadiya. Ai raje Krishna vesha kitara upama ai, boy anye ara nahi tara sima. Ai raje Krishna vesha kitara upama. There is no comparison to her Krishna Avesh. What is Krishna Avesh? Her ecstasy, right? In love of Krishna. So, what are the ecstasies that she's experiencing due to her love for Krishna? So, there is no comparison. You cannot compare her ecstasies with anyone else or anything else. I boi anye aara nahi tarasima. Other than mother, I means here mother, who is that? Sachi Mata. Other than her, nobody else can be compared. She alone exhibited such boundless love. So you can only compare her love to her love. You cannot compare her love to anyone else's. Airaje Krishna Vesha ki tara upama ai boi anye ara nahi tar sima. There's no limit to her ecstasies. गौरचंद्र श्री विग्रहे जत कृष्ण भक्ति आई रे ओ प्रभु दिया छेन से शक्ति. गौरचंद्र श्री विग्रहे जत कृष्ण भक्ति. आई रे ओ प्रभु दिया छेन से शक्ति. मतलब गौरचंद्र श्री विग्रह मतलब द ब्यूटिफुल फॉर्म ऑफ गौरचंद्र, द डीटी फॉर्म ऑफ गौरचंद्र. जत कृष्ण भक्ति. Gaurchandra endowed Mother Sachi with the same potency of devotional service to Krishna that is found in him. Acha, means as much as love that Gaurchandra has for Krishna. Now who is Gaurchandra? He is Krishna only. But he is Krishna with the love of Srimati Radharani. Who has more love than Srimati Radharani? Nobody. So Gaurchandra has that love. So whatever love Gaurchandra has, the Krishna Bhakti that Gaurchandra has, right? Gaurchandra Sri Vigraha, as Gaurchandra, whatever Krishna Bhakti he has, the same Krishna Bhakti he has given. He has given that Shakti to his mother, Sachimata. Gaurachandra Sri Vigrahe Jata Krishna Bhakti Aire O Prabhu Diya Chena Sei Shakti. Whatever bhakti he has, the same power, the power of bhakti he has given to his mother. Last verse today. Atayeva Airaje Bhaktira Vikar Taha Varni Bekasaba Hena Shaktikar. That is why, because she has the love that Mahaprabhu has for Krishna, therefore, Aira Je Bhaktira Vikar, all the various transformations in her that we are seeing due to her bhakti, right? Her devotional ecstasies, devotional transformations that are seen in Sachimata, Taha Varnibeka Saba, to describe all those transformations completely. Hena Shaktikar, who has the power? Who has the power? Who has the capacity to describe all the transformations and all the ecstasies that are experienced by Sachimata? Why nobody can describe? Because they are limitless. It's just like all the ecstasies that Mahaprabhu is experiencing. She's also experiencing those ecstasies. How she's experiencing? Because Mahaprabhu has given her the same potency of bhakti which he himself is experiencing. So I'll stop there today. Thank you so much. We went over time, way over time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was such a beautiful class. We were immersed us all in Chaitanya Leela for a very long time. It was so beautiful. And Mataji, I have one clarification. Please correct me. This in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu will go to Shantipur right after his sannyasa, after
Yes.
taking his sannyasa, and that is when Sachimata comes there and they perform a very similar pastime to what's happening now. Is this
Yes.
the same episode or it is a
No,
different?
second time.
Ah, okay.
Mahaprabhu attempts to go to Vrindavan 3 times.
Uh-huh.
So the first time is right after sannyas, and he goes up to Vakreshwar Tirth, and then he turns around and comes back. And on the way back, he goes to Shantipur. He goes back, matlab, means Nityananda Prabhu tricks him and takes him to Advaita Acharya's house, saying that we are in Vrindavan. So that's when Sachimata comes and she requests, because Mahaprabhu is thinking, I'm going to go to Vrindavan, and Sachimata says, oh, Vrindavan is so far away, I won't get any news about you. So Jagannath Puri is non-different from Vrindavan. The same Lord is there in Jagannath, and Puri is just like, next door to Bengal. It's like two rooms of the same house. Devotees are always going and coming. So I'll get some news about you. So I have this request. Instead of going to Vrindavan, just go to Puri. So that's when Mahaprabhu decides to go to Puri. From Shantipur, he goes to Puri, and all those pastimes happen there on the way. That breaking the danda and all that. So then after going to Jagannath Puri, now Mahaprabhu makes attempt to go to Vrindavan again. So this is the second time. So how he goes, he's remembering Ganga, right? So he comes to Navadvip, and then he goes to Kuliagram, and there, also Vidya Vachaspati's house in Vidyanagar, then Kulia. Here, this time, it's to forgive all the offenses committed by people in the past. Forgiving all those offenses, then he proceeds and he goes to Ramkeli. There he meets with, Dabir Khas, Sakar Malik. And he was going to go to Vrindavan, but there they tell him, you shouldn't go with such big crowds to Vrindavan. When you go to Vrindavan, you should go alone, not, or maybe with one or two people, but not with such big crowds. Like this, Dabir Khas and Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they tell Mahaprabhu. So the next day, Mahaprabhu, continues, and then he goes up to Kanai Natshala, and then he turns around and goes back. So this is the second attempt. Then again, he makes a third attempt, which when he successfully actually goes to Vrindavan.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for clarifying. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Devotees, are there any realizations or questions?
So here in the chat box, Sunil Prabhu has given the names of the sons of Advaita Acharya. So Achyutananda, Krishna Mishra, Gopal Mishra. And then the other sons are Balaram, Swarup, and Jagdish. Thank you, Prabhuji.
There are also many thank you messages, Mataji, from Neetu Mataji, Vani Sevadevi Mataji, Soumya Rajgopi Mataji, Sunil Prabhu's saying thank you. And then Mataji, you mentioned how all devotees were so happy when Achyutananda got mercy. No one thought why he got mercy, embrace why I didn't get. Mataji, how to develop this mood? You give example, if your son get mercy from his spiritual master, you'll feel so happy. But Mataji, if others' son get mercy, there is a thought, why didn't my son get what he is getting? How to remove this enviousness?
So that is the thing, no? So that's when we can realize that what is my quality of bhakti? Where am I? So externally it may seem like, oh, we are also devotees. So from these we can understand. So how to remove this enviousness means the more we progress in bhakti, we saw, right? When you perform pure devotional service, then all good qualities come. By dint of that bhakti, all good qualities will come. So, how to get rid of this enviousness? We have to do pure devotional service. Then, how to do pure devotional service? Pure devotional service means 24 by 7 being on the platform that I am a servant of Krishna. And on that platform, rendering direct devotional service like Shravanam Kirtanam to Krishna for his pleasure only, not for anything else. This is pure devotional service. For us to be able to do that pure devotional service, we need firm faith. And a symptom of firm faith is surrender to Krishna. So now our endeavor should be to develop that faith. What is that faith? That Krishna is the only Supreme Lord, and my only position is I am a servant of Krishna. All other designations are not mine. That's not me. That's just temporary. father, mother, husband, children, boss, employee, it doesn't matter who. These are not me. I am only a servant of Krishna. This firm faith, how I will get? I will get this firm faith by hearing the glories of Krishna again and again, and hearing how, hearing about the consciousness of pure devotees. How do we know about the consciousness of pure devotees? Through their prayers. Whether you read Caitanya Bhagavat, or you read Chaitanya Charitamrit, or you read Srimad Bhagavatam, again and again you will hear the prayers of pure devotees, like Kunti Maharani's prayers, Dhruva Maharaj's prayers, Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. From those prayers we will see what is the consciousness of a pure devotee. When we hear this again and again, and also how the Lord protects the devotees. These devotees don't worry about themselves, how I will maintain. Prahlad Maharaj didn't care for, what his father was doing to him. His only meditation was on the Supreme Lord and how the Lord came to protect him. And Krishna is assuring that Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. I personally carry whatever my devotee needs. What type of devotee? Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryupasate. Right? Ananya, nothing else, only Krishna. Chintaya. You're constantly thinking about such a devotee. If we become, then Krishna will personally carry whatever we need. And what we don't have, he will bring, and what we have, he will protect. We don't have to worry. We can just, we means if one who becomes such a devotee. So, by hearing Krishna's personal assurances in Bhagavad Gita, and by seeing examples of how he is protecting devotees, and seeing the consciousness, hearing about the consciousness of devotees, pure devotees through their prayers, when we hear again and again, what happens is we will develop confidence, we will develop faith. And as our faith increases, faith acts like fuel. When your tank is full, your car keeps going, right? Or your scooter or TVS, whatever. Your vehicle keeps going as long as you have fuel. When the fuel comes down, the vehicle will stop. Similarly, when we have full faith, then continuously 24 hours we will be able to be on that platform of pure devotional service. But how to get that faith? The way to get that faith is to hear about the glories of the Supreme Lord in the association of pure devotees. Keep hearing again and again and again. And when you hear, you meditate, you contemplate on what you heard. So this is the way. So it is not going to happen overnight. It may also happen if we get the mercy of a powerful devotee. But in general, it's a process. So we have to keep hearing and we have to keep moving forward, right? What is that moving forward? Increasing our faith in the Supreme Lord, increasing our faith in bhakti. And when we get full faith, what will be the symptom? We will fully surrender to the Supreme Lord. What do you mean by surrender? Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam. That means you accept whatever is favorable for to remain in that position of 24-hour devotional service. Whatever is favorable, you will accept. Pratikulyasya varjanam. You will reject whatever is unfavorable for that. Rakshishyati iti vishwasa. You have full confidence that Krishna is my only protector. He will protect me. Goptritve varanam. He is my master. Atma nikshepaha. You completely leave yourself. You don't worry about your maintenance or anything because he will take care of me. And karpanyam. Karpanyam means becoming very meek and humble in front of the Lord. I will stay the way he keeps me. He can treat me in whichever way he likes because he's my master, I'm his servant. These are the symptoms of surrender. One who has full faith, these qualities will be reflected. So when one has surrender, then he will do pure devotional service. And when you do pure devotional service, all these anarthas like envy, etc., they will all go away. So this is the path to progress. Thank you for your nice question, Prabhuji, Sunil Prabhu. Okay.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you so much. More Mataji are thanking you. Narasimha Leela Chaitanya Prabhuji is thanking you. Maya Mataji, Kiran Mataji, Parima Mataji, Vranda Gopika Mataji, Shivani Mataji, Sunil Prabhuji is thanking you for the answer. And he's seeking your blessings, Mataji. Mataji, with your permission, shall we offer our obeisances?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. You patiently gave a long class and then you answered all the questions. Thank you so much for your time. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyavcho patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namah.
Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai,
Jai.
Bhagavad ki jai,
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai.
Krishna Bhakti Mataji ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Many pranams,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Soumya Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.